You can hear me. Is it the sound of translation? Can you hear English? Can you hear English? English, English. Okay, got it. Everyone, welcome to our main event today. I am Lucy, from Yuhuan CNC Machine Tool Co., Limited. Today's live broadcast theme is sharing on the application of broaching technology and broaching machines, how to use broaching technology to achieve a dual breakthrough in efficiency and precision. Dear friends from the automotive industry, have you ever encountered such a processing challenge? How to efficiently process large quantities of gear splines? What about the inner hole differential part? Dear friends from the aerospace and energy industries, how do you efficiently process turbine blades? Today we have invited Mr. Dong from our company's bed pulling technology department. The gentleman will bring us this sharing this time. If you have any questions, please leave a message, and our back-end team will respond to you. Dear friends, if there are no difficult machining problems with the boring process, feel free to leave a comment in our group. We will provide you with exclusive customized solutions. Now it's our turn. Invite Mr. Dong to explain the application knowledge of honing process, then proceed to the interactive Q&A session. Please have our Mr. Dong come over. Dear friends, hello, I am Dong Ya from Yuhuan CNC. Then next I will take a specific workpiece as an example. Let me introduce this knurling process to everyone, and some applications of folding beds. I want to do some simple sharing. Here, before entering the topic, first, let's watch a video to briefly introduce the history of our Yuhuan CNC Southern machine tools. Well, this video introduces the basic situation of our Hunan Southern machine tool. Well, Hunan Nangguang machine tool is now a high-tech enterprise under the ownership of Yuhuan CNC. The company is a legacy passed down, one of the 18 R-hats in China's traditional machine tool industry, Changsha Machine Tool Factory. The video here showcases some of the history of the former Changsha Machine Tool Factory. Important events. We can witness it together. What is shown here is some of the original products from the Chang'an Township factory. Some scenes from history, for example, the old workshop. The factory gate, and some of our historic moments. Some of the machine tools coming off the line, always on display. Well, from the pictures we can see from behind, Changsha machine tools include our Hunan Southern machine tools and Yuhuan CNC. Ours has a historical foundation in the machine tool industry, still very rich. Your voice. Okay, let's proceed with an explanation. Yes, that's correct. Well, these are all from a long-term perspective. I need some pictures of some equipment that went on regarding these products. Well, some large domestic companies have some applications, like China's FAW and SAIC, motor, and so on. Well, for our current modern enterprise, like some Japanese-owned companies we have, well, in joint venture companies, there will always be some of our input, our product covers. In multiple fields, such as military, aerospace, and automotive parts, wind power, new energy, etc. And also our robots, hydraulic, it's like a machine. Performance, some of it. Well, we have equipment with various features for heavy-duty trucks and other industries. The century-old foundation, he is. Well, it has grown with the Republic, yes. That brings us to a turning point, okay? Next is our turn. Well, a new era has begun. In October 2024, we officially merged into Yuhuan CNC. A new development has arrived. What you see now is us. Some new equipment is being debugged at the factory, or something like that. Some specific usage scenarios have been demonstrated. As for the products we can see now, well, these are some typical workpieces from various industries. We have also gained a lot, easy. Like currently comparing. Typical sum. Well, in terms of honor, companies like ours in Hunan Nanfang Machine Tool are also among the top in China. It is a standard unit for setting up a folding bed. These are some of our flagship products. Install the derivative 1. Drawing machine and spiral drawing machine, mechanical drawing machine, ramen bowl, folding bed. Our injuries, strains, etc. Well, what you see here is us. Regarding the processing of a turbo disc groove workpiece, pull-out bed. This is a spatial positioning before honing. This is also one of our unique technologies at the moment. Through the measurement system that comes with the machine tool, one that can achieve archery. Self-positioning adjustment. This is a switch in our process during the stretching stage. Use this automatic tool changer with an intelligent tool library to replace this toolbox. The whole process is fully automatic. How many workers do we need for operations? Okay. How about starting this device that's causing damage? Well, if A refers to a relatively skilled worker, then this is such a piece of equipment. With the support of our highly efficient and intelligent system, one person can perform an operation. One person can control such a large and massive thing. Yes, all of our procedures are like this. The conditions for a strike are all there. There is a complete procedure, one embedded in another design, including products like our other categories, right? For example, like L89, one machine, basically only. It only needs one worker to operate. Even he can operate multiple machines by himself. Because of the bed that unfolds, other similar items. Machining tools require someone to program them, or those that are very adjustment. We have a deep secondary development team. We have developed many embedded programs in this system. Well, basically it's a one-click operation. The video ends here. Then, what we mainly want to share with you in this live broadcast is and it's an application of technology learning, so we will focus on this point today, okay? This is not necessary. Can you provide some introduction? Well, like this picture we're seeing now, it's a product processed by our vertical mortise and tenon joint machine. This product is mainly used for that, like gas turbines and our kind. A turbine disc on an aviation engine. Then we see this groove in the picture, this groove type for the Christmas tree. Here. Yes, 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 that's it. It was processed using our trough-type bed. This machine is used to process these bamboo shoots. Yes, device to device. Right, right. Yes, like. We just talked about it earlier. You go ahead. It's key. Well, as mentioned earlier, this type of turbine disc is mainly used in military and aerospace industries. Of course, this gas turbine also has another application in the energy industry, which is an essential industry and product for our national economy. And then there are our other several types of products, such as construction machinery. As for the application of our excavator track chain links, it is one of our key products. This product actually has another key area where it can be used in military technology as well, because it is a track link for a crawler. Yes, for crawlers, it's like the kind mentioned earlier in military technology, the kind of tank that moves on tracks, or even an armored vehicle. Well, all products can be applied effectively. I saw if we have this in the back. Shall I show it to everyone? Is this the item? Can our audience see this? Can you see this bow and arrow? For processing this part, it needs to be done using a lathe. Yes, 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 this location. Yes, because our track chain, rail chain track, that track is like this, one by one, connected together continuously. This is the location. Well, if there's something like this one, it can be understood as that one, the walking foot-like one, and at this position, there is a steel plate, or some other material. After passing through this place, there will still be a hole. After processing, use rivets to secure it tightly. It's equivalent to one. At an oblique position, this flat surface is just to enhance the locking of this rivet. We need to process these two planes. This, one by one tracks. It has them. There are many such chain track sections. Its quantity is very large, but this position can definitely be processed through other methods. The efficiency of the bed is very high. For example, how does it compare with other devices? And what advantages does it have that it can highlight? If it's in this position, you can use that type of bed washing machine. Yes, you can use this one, bed, or processed in another way. If we use a pull-out bed, we can make 2 pieces in a minute. Processing 2 items at the same time? Yes, 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 yes. Because it has 2 workstations. 2 workstations. Yes. Well, this is one of our specialized equipment. For laundry, its processing efficiency is 1. Can you provide an exact number? For example, regarding our bed frame processing, the bow and arrow will take a few minutes, and then getting up might take those minutes. Firstly, regarding this pile, you can see that we can observe this. The shape of this piece is very complex. And, yes, its installation or fixing with clamps is quite troublesome. We have a dedicated fixture set that allows us to install quickly by simply placing it on top, and it will automatically lock in place. This way to complete a stretch, basically 2 pieces in a minute, if you wash it this way. It's the first step. This milling machine's clamping isn't as convenient as a lathe because we made a specialized device specifically for this product. Then there is a processing for this part of the location. You can see it still has one. It has a rather strange shape. It's not a regular shape, so when processing this bed washer, its margin is uneven. For a milling machine at this position, it usually takes about 3 to 5 minutes to complete one piece. Yes, that's right. Then the second one among us is ours. Yes, this is one of the tiles. 1 by 1, year. A bow and arrow board. This bow and arrow is also a relatively typical pull-out bed. Yes, SAIC diesel engine. An application within the diesel engine, but as for this product currently, well, there is also another alternative process, but when it comes to bed making, this one has an advantage, which is, there are still certain advantages in terms of efficiency. Is our lathe used for processing this part? Regarding processing, it is processing this flat surface, so this arc, along with this plane here, and this side surface. Yes, yes, yes. It also has some small chamfers that were processed in one go by our lathe combination tools. We process it ourselves. There's no need to mention that we have so many planes and then divide them. No, no, no. Yes. We have a dedicated symmetrical toolbox. Well, we use combination blades to achieve a one-time processor. Just mentioned there are some others. Can it also be processed? Because our entire industry is still evolving, there will be updated processes to replace the current ones. This is normal for the old craftsmanship. But what about our old bootmaking process? There are some advantages or mature technologies involved in it, such as if the amount of processing you need is relatively small, you might opt for a less efficient method. As for the third product, well, maybe it's because of the angle issue. I think it should be one. That inner gear ring, is there one at the back? Is there? It's not like that at the back. It's one piece. Well, it's a general purpose product, relatively speaking. Many common universal bed machines can achieve this kind of inner hole processing in various shapes. Is this what I saw, similar to this one? Look at this one. This is not the one. You can bring it over, and we'll do it later. It looks like something a woman would wear. There's a slight difference. Next one, please. Okay. Actually, I still want to ask about this one. Can it be different? Maybe it's an angle issue. Yes, indeed. If we were to compare this to a bow and arrow, we can see that it has a tooth shape. It's one piece. There is a spiral at an angle. Yes. What kind of gear is this? Spiral gear. It is a gear of a spiral internal ring gear. Okay, let's adjust the angle. Can you see it? Can you see it? Dear viewers and friends, our traditional pull-out bed can only pull straight teeth. However, our newly developed flagship product can process spiral front teeth. This authority is used for that purpose. A fixed stator inside the motor rotor. It has an internal shaft that matches an external gear. It uses the hydraulic at the end of this slot. This axis can be driven to perform an ascending and rotating action, like us. For construction machinery like overhead cranes, you can use this for adjusting the angle of its swing. Well, then it also has a special application like ours. The kind used in military training, when tanks are being trained to target practice. In the past, when he wanted something that could immediately rotate 90 degrees, or 180 degrees, he could use this tool. Yes, yes, yes. So, therefore, a product made that is not only a consumer industry, but also holds some special significance in various other fields. Yes, well, we also have many typical products in the areas of automotive parts and heavy-duty truck mining machinery. Let's make our clutches gear drum. Oh, the transmission. A ring for the device. That's right. This product is the second one in our first row. The internal teeth of this product match the 3 slots on the outside. And what about the outside part? Is it a one-time processing? Equipment. Yes, 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 yes. Let's see if this is available. Regarding the third product, it is a very typical automotive part called a differential gear, and there is also another one called a half-axle gear. We have it here. This size is one of ours. It's in the automotive industry. A very... It comes in two forms. A. Sure, go ahead. It can be processed into such a tooth shape using a soft pull bed, which is our standard internal pull bed. After using it, it basically takes shape, but for some special uses, this part needs to have a certain hardness. It needs to be quenched. After quenching, the hardness reaches around 40 or 60 degrees, etc. It does deform, right? It changes, that's right. If we have an axis that matches, it definitely won't pass through. One device. High-speed deadlift bench. Our high-speed deadlift bench is here. Your processing speed can achieve a hard pull of this internal gearing. In terms of accuracy, we can achieve levels above 5. How does its efficiency compare to other devices? In terms of efficiency, this bed is unmatched by any other equipment. For a product like this, be tough. Basically, you can make a product within 30 seconds. Create a product like this. Equipment. Well, regarding the internal teeth of this product, they are basically made using current technology. If you're talking about large quantities, for something like this, if it's a half-shaft gear inside a differential, well, like a car, there are 4 of them inside. Many of our companies produce tens of thousands of cars a day. Half a unit, right? Then ours is 4 times that. So, the capacity requirement for this item is quite high. It's difficult for other processes to achieve such production capacity. So in terms of processing this part, everyone generally chooses to use a pull-out bed for this purpose, because its production requirements are relatively low. Afternoon, relatively high. Then here's what we have below. This product you're holding is a paper strip. Currently as well, language industry. A unique product? Well, it is one. It is also a relatively hydraulic steering indicator used in new energy vehicles. Well, because it's related to this car part, this kind of production capacity requirement is very high. Note, he definitely has many ways to handle it. For example, you can use that kind. You are the first one. There are also profile grinding machines, or some companies even have specialized equipment for this part. Compared to them, our advantage lies in efficiency. For stability, we just need to adjust after the first piece. Our folding bed is a molding process. It's within the tool life range. Its accuracy stability is very good. Regarding efficiency, I would also like to have a specific number to get a feel for it. For example, for a product like 5, our specialized equipment can process one item at a time. The processing time is around 40 seconds. Yes, it can complete the processing of 4 pieces in about 10 seconds each. What about the others? If you were to grind something like that into shape, if you were to just grind a round rod into this target tooth shape, it would take a very long time. Of course, its clamping can also be done in one go. It may take nearly 20 to 30 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes, isn't it one batch? One batch is probably about 10 pieces, or maybe 20 pieces. Exactly 30 seconds. This second product is ours. Large denomination ones, one by one. A camshaft component. There is an internal gear here. This internal gear is used for, yes, it can be achieved through our universal pull-out bed. There's a bit of an explanation for this. Look, it has one intersection after another. How is it achieved? We have a deck of cards with a total of 114 suits. No. It has some very complex parameters that need to be tested. At first, yes, at that time, where was our equipment? During the Changsha tobacco factory era, there was a demand for such a product. How did this come about? The precision of this honing, stability, people are just a few generations. After 5 revisions, we've launched this sectional bed making machine specifically for bed making, specially designed for this equipment. Currently, the main manufacturer only needs our equipment from the south. Then, dog skin sample inspection passed. Just compare. Every time a tool or fixture is changed, a first inspection should be done. They basically didn't get exempt from inspection. Because originally when Changsha Machine Tool Factory started developing this factory, the first lathe was not successful after that. These are the main manufacturers of heavy-duty trucks, like China's FAW. Heavy-duty truck, or maybe from Shanxi Automobile, changed the plan to purchase a profile grinder from abroad using the same method as this note, using the profile grinder for processing. The cost of purchasing his equipment was nearly 4 million. Yes. After nearly 0.5 kilograms years of breakthroughs in this bed-making technology. This is our entire honing equipment, only available at their price, 1/3 or 1/4, right? Because now its price has also dropped. It's you because we have competition. Of course, our current one, the folding bed, is still cheaper than theirs. The efficiency is quite high. We can complete a workpiece in just 1.5 minutes because it requires 2 sets of boring. First pull one piece of paper, then turn it 70 degrees and pull in another direction. From our diagram, just come up. Which one should I pull first? Just none. And then, because this part is for establishing an industry heavy-duty truck, this thing is called Calling the Ghosts Festival. This is called a few cars. This one. The car also has 4 such parts, which is this thing at the back. Can everyone see this, our dear viewers? It should be visible. This one, this part's groove shape, it needs our bed to make. As long as our drawstring can be processed, this device is also a specialized one, like. Well, in traditional other processing techniques, you see, it's a process where one side is processed against the other. Well, there isn't a better one. Why do we need to make this position in the process? Although this is described as an open structure, but it has a circular interference zone like this. Well, here it's very close. There is no better way. This curved area, which area will it interfere with? If we were to go down with our milling cutter from here, we would also encounter this. Right, right, right. So that's all there is. If we cut it like this, will it make a groove? Yes, yes, yes. If you want a broach, we can make a complete broach box. Come on, avoid this area of interference from this arc. It's like a milling machine or another process for processing, right? This thing can easily interfere with any part of the equipment. And imagine that one device has 4 of these products. Our specific processing is slightly different. Well, for a demand across the entire market, its potential is quite large. Well, regarding this product, it has several ways. Maybe we can adjust this product according to the customer's needs. Some configuration settings of the device. For products like this, with a higher configuration and a rotating workbench, its processing time can be reduced to 70 seconds for 4 pieces. So its efficiency is quite high. Let's continue. Can you hear the sound now? Can you hear the sound normally? Okay. Hey, this. Okay, then hear this one. Home appliance industry. This is our typical space. The deep groove processing of a housing inside the compressor, specifically this deepest part. Yes, yes, yes. What is your processing efficiency like? This product also belongs to a specialized device. We can process 3 items at once. The processing time is approximately, you can do 3 tasks in 1 minute. Anyway, it's about 20 seconds each on average. Yes, that's correct. Do we have any other competitors? It's about this device, the device type. Of course, we do have this in China. In domestic competition, there is also this kind of homogenization competition, but when it comes to our equipment, well, currently in China, like our other company, LG, They all have a successful application of ours, so we still have a high level of recognition within the entire industry. You just mentioned that there are other equipment that can also process this slot. So, for example, which ones? The part is actually like this. It's here. We have always been focusing on this other craft. Well, there must be some. Why choose a pull-out bed? It's definitely a pull-out bed. Maybe he will make a small batch. Or, like you mentioned earlier, well, some entry-level thresholds mean that during proofing, he can first use a milling machine, or something like that. This product is what makes us consider a pull-up bed. Well, like this one below, in the reducer industry, we have this type of pinion gear housing and planetary gear. Then, like this, that helical gear inside the planetary reducer. It's us. Some typical products. Similar. Like this one, this pinion gear housing inside the two-dimensional reducer. It ultimately still needs to be achieved through grinding. But he comes first. This folding bed, put this. First, remove a portion. It greatly enhances the overall product. Processing efficiency. It's like doing a rough process first, and then using a mold for fine processing. Yes, 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 that's right. And then this. Well, in recent years, due to the rise of the robotics industry, structures like this planetary gear have become more common. Okay, all set. There are quite a few of these products. We have them. Our universal bed. If it's helical gear, our spiral hobbing machine can complete the processing of this product. We are processing this. Bow and arrow. What does a competitor's situation look like? Well, in terms of efficiency, the internal gearing looks like it can definitely be made using other processes. Nowadays, there are relatively emerging machines like gear milling machines that can also make such gear rings. Well, our advantage also lies in efficiency. This product is like a tissue paper machine that takes at least 5 minutes to make one piece. 5 minutes means our speed is, we can basically make such a product within a minute, and our accuracy is also relatively stable. We are the only ones better than them. One disadvantage on the car system might be that, well, when it comes to accumulating words and phrases, this one has quite some technique. It's just a basic thing, so we won't go into depth today. Like this product I just got in my hands, it's a typical workpiece in our planetary reducer industry. These two look quite different, not the same. It's just an appearance. Well, yes, there is one. This one is square-shaped. Rectangular shape? Yes, yes, yes. This gear ring inside. We have achieved a module of 0, 2 at the smallest scale. It's a spiral-like process. Right now we have the largest spiral shape on site. That one, it's up to 40 tons. Can process larger sizes. This should be 42 now. Yellow number 42. There are options like 60, 90, 115, etc. Many of our domestic customers are using this spiral design. Currently, when it comes to domestic spiral drawing machines, we probably have the largest market share. For the sake of our overseas sales situation, you mean our pair from Laoshan that was exported? Yes. For export, currently, since this is also a new product for us, we have a targeted plan for foreign clients. If there is a need in this regard, I believe it will be met because China also has such requirements. Well, some industries are at the forefront of this. Like some of our other products, it's our global offering. Other regions will gradually catch up as well, a development to another region. The other two products are ours. This large gearing for the wind power industry. This requires the use of our large tonnage bed puller. All right, this large tonnage towboat, if we are limited to within China, truly achieves a capacity of 120 tons. Compared to this, you can place your hand here for a comparison. For this one, it's probably around 100 centimeters, 11 centimeters, 12 centimeters. Ours, Dachi Xuan, is this ambassador. That's 35 centimeters indeed. Yes, 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 nearly that big. Okay, then. And the one below is a motor stator for the hydraulic industry, which comes in many shapes. What is it? It's a pass? Yes, that's right. It actually has a certain pattern, like this one has a big arc. Its center is right there. This point outside the arc can be processed by a complete set of blades. Our small arc has its center right at its point. Hey, where is this mouse? Its center is right here, the inside of the arc. In other words, it has an enveloping processing. In this case, my center is on this inner side. This large arc has its center on the outside. This difference is what we call the radius position. There is an extra processing that exceeds its radius by 1. This is a difficult point. Yes, it is a very big difficulty. So for that tool, it needs to have a complete combination of tool holders. On our lathe, we perform machining. This is for the pull knife. Well, the accuracy requirements and some of the equipment's precision demands are very high. A shape like this is also possible. Yes. Have you completed the study? It can be completed through multiple processes. Multiple processing. Generally speaking, it's either 2 knives or 3 knives. Realize processing. Some typical domestic companies, such as Danfoss and Hengli, etc., use our equipment for their large hydraulic enterprises. Can this be said? Relationship? Actually, yes. I would like you to expand on that point you just mentioned. Let me start by saying that we are the only ones who passed this big test. That's right, exactly. This kind of large tonnage bed is like 100 tons, or 120 tons. Like when the Changling paint factory was producing, it also had such equipment. In fact, it has a pulling force. Basically, it may fluctuate around 60 tons. Yes, its discount is quite significant. It's like us. Well, the 120-ton lathe sold to that customer was truly a product that lived up to its promise. 120 units of 120-ton capacity equipment for one acceptance. Well, for general large tonnage, it's about 100. Did you go up? Then what they can actually achieve is getting a degree. 50% off degrees. Well, it's not that exaggerated anymore. Well, I'm just saying there's an approximate estimate. There are no such products available. Wait, a verification. Well, because of the verification, the wind power industry is also It's a very competitive industry. There are only a few companies in China that can match this level of expertise. A saturation level in an ambassador circle, that is, well, in such a range, yes, then we are in the true sense. You can compare it with large tonnage bed presses from abroad. This is us. This video can be used to explain us. Lengthened. Automation. Actually, this product here is actually our last product just now. Hydraulic stator. Yeah, then, right. It's this product. Yes. You see, over there is our warehouse. He put the processed ones back. Yes, the diapers are in this position right here. The position is for diapers. Then you see him putting the ones to be processed in the middle of me. Yes, it's called processing on behalf of others. After grabbing the processed ones, he puts the ones to be processed on top. It's on the same piece as the cutting material. Because the customer's requirements are quite compact, overall this location belongs to a machining island for boring. Understand it this way. If the customer's layout isn't very compact, we'll place this row here. This kind of layout is very flexible and can be customized according to the customer's requirements. Some special scenarios can be customized without issues because of automation. In fact, I think if there were loading and unloading devices on both sides, it would be more efficient, a bit thinner. No, not quite sure. It might be based on some actual situations of the customer. Well, He might be. Yes, 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 yes. For him, maybe we should consider some cost-effective options, like you just mentioned. Can we form a line? Like here, it's a processing island, specifically responsible for the process of honing as an automated island. I'm thinking, from here on, remove the air volume, and then enter the pipeline. Is there something like this inside the assembly line? Yes, yes, yes. That's not entirely true. He might be. This one from his factory. Logistics has a certain influence. Well, maybe his location in the previous district was too far away, or his factory's space was limited, so he could only operate in this area. For folding beds, typically most of them are the final process. Then we can completely automate this. As we mentioned earlier, our Yuhuan CNC is a relatively integrated company. Yes, we can provide some automation solutions, some solutions for the equipment plan, including grinding, hobbing, and then automated intelligent equipment, one of a kind. Automated implementation is possible. This is a complete solution that you can take home with you. We just missed some videos, but we can catch up, see here, for some Gong Shichin. This should be him. This is it. Half shaft gear. Yes, yes, this product. This is one of our more universal products, our 4-line rail mechanical auxiliary bed. Okay, we are the men's side. It's also a rather unique device. You see, it can even perform multiple tasks simultaneously, making 2 pieces at once. As I mentioned before, it used to take 40 seconds to produce 1 item, but now it can produce 2 items at once. Everyone can clearly see the last 2. 0.1 kilogram set of knives, 2 sets of cutters. Well, this can be done from closing the door to completing the processing in just a few dozen seconds. You can take a look at this. The duration is indeed just a few tens of seconds. The processing is complete. Okay, got it. You can watch our next video. This is it. Tell Shuang. 1. He didn't finish playing that. I've never seen that type of phone before. This is the video of processing this paper ring. We should be. A video that was filmed. We have done a lot of it. A real case example from a customer. Well, like this product, it also has another feature. Although it is described as a spiral helical gear, you can see its amplitude, this one. The spiral's amplitude is at its maximum state now, at 45 degrees. Yes, yes, yes. Many companies. It's our peers, or some foreign bed-making machines, like spiral bed-making machines. The spiral angle it can achieve is generally around 35 or 38 degrees. We have exceeded 45 degrees. 45 degrees should mean this is vertical. Is this axis at this position? And there's an angle here, which is 45 degrees. That's right, it's obvious that the tool is spinning wildly. Okay. Because he is. The one I saw earlier. For example, in the case of our spiral gear processing. Not only does it have a linear motion upwards, but it also has a tool rotation. Yes, these 0.05 kilograms combinations form the spiral line we need. Check in. This is our 120-ton large tonnage bed. We can see the tools next to it. This authority. This is the large size that was just mentioned. Yes, yes, yes. This is a large gear ring used in wind power. This diameter should not reach 350 millimeters yet. This is the usual one. Then it's around 300. We can see that tool flying. It's very large. We can refer to this as an example. This part is a broach handle with a diameter of 100 millimeters. Well, we have a rough idea. I'm screaming. Yes, yes, yes. So, this knife has a diameter of at least over 300 millimeters. This knife is really big. Currently, our entire industry is facing an awkward situation, which is what? There are still certain bottlenecks in domestic tool manufacturing in our country. So why haven't our large tonnage bed presses received much attention? A very broad promotion. Also, this is a limitation specific to this type of tool. Not bad for the tool. For this type of tool, most of our customers are importers. For orders under 300, we can still handle them domestically. Most of the items priced above 300 are imported, such a one. A knife tool. Almost there. 400k EUR. Very expensive. We still need to work on this aspect. Well, let's talk about it. The production equipment includes ours, the tool. Yes, there is still a lot of room for improvement. Well, because of this tool. One characteristic of cutting is that with a lathe like this, its processing speed will be a bit slower. It might take 2 to 3 minutes to process such a large gear ring. Yes, our customer. He used to be like that before he bought that bed. It has a large workshop. It's placed inside. Nearly 50 scrubber machines are all imported Liebherr. He processes such a gear ring. From loading to finished product, it's completed. It can take more than 30 minutes. As we just mentioned, a device like mine might only last about 3 minutes. Then I was able to improve efficiency a lot with him. So, how many of our pull-out beds can one replace? Are you playing PUBG? The water wiping machine can basically replace 10 others. It's you. As for the bed, it can save a lot of space. Yes, 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 yes. His weapons are still there. In the end, use our bracelet. You use it. Yes, there is another success story like this here. Yes, yes, there is such a success story. Is there no bed for stretching? It's just a workshop stone polishing machine. 40 tons. Just replaced a batch of tea merchants. Then we purchased another 60-ton unit later. One of my favorites. The previous one, that paper towel dispenser in the workshop. Most of them have been moved to other factories by him. Or, so it seems, it's going to be sold to another factory. Now basically his. Most of the processing of this type of internal gearing is done using our several lathe machines. As you said, with just a few of our folding beds, we can replace the equipment of half a workshop. You can take away 50 units, this is just one. It's just a rough analogy, and it might need to be adjusted based on some specific circumstances. Did you see the last video? This should also be a video of spiral elongation processing. The product is a bit different. This one has a smaller module, so its efficiency will be much higher. Our stretching speed has determined some things. Well, one is efficient, and the other is very intuitive. Status. This institute is also a key player in the application of new energy industries. That gearing isn't here, it's still downstairs.
轻个。